Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here, and in this video I will be teaching you on how to counter the Royal Giant.
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, guess I like the lonely vibe.
So, as you guys can see here, I have a level 9 Royal Giant, and I want to go over some clips soon on how to adjust your placement or how to counter the Royal Giant if they support it or just a lone Royal Giant, because the Royal Giant has been dominating lately the ladder, really in the ladder, but also in tournament standards. So as you guys can see here, and as you will probably know, the Royal Giant has a 6.5 tel range. So if you pre-plant your Inferno or any other structure, the Royal Giant can snipe it from the bridge, or if he just reached over the bridge, if he just walked over the bridge, he can still hit your defense without being in range of the towers or the structure. So the Royal Giant has some good counters, but you have to place them well, otherwise the Royal Giant, as I just said, can be really dominating. So let's get right into the clips. So yeah guys, here are the clips I already recorded, and sometimes I will pause to explain why I dropped my, for example, my Inferno there, or why I adjusted something. So let's start. So the best way to counter the Royal Giant with a structure is definitely the Inferno Tower. So as you guys can see here, drop the Inferno Tower reactively on the Royal Giant. Don't drop it too soon, because otherwise the Royal Giant will be outraged. So then you guys will say, what if they counter my counter? So in this clip you will see him dropping his minions, because he knew I countered his Royal Giant with Inferno before. So I like to switch up my Inferno placements and also try to counter their counter, as you guys will see soon. Here he took down my tower because I placed it at the same spot. But as you guys can see here, he will come with Royal Giant again. So I will drop it right from the tower and Fire Spirit's in the middle to counter his counter, and that negates him from getting any damage on our tower. So also often with the Royal Giant is often combined with the lightning spell, and that can be a really strong combination. So it is really important to not let them build up their push. So as you guys can see here, he came with that combination and he dealt a lot of damage. So in the next clip I will show you what to do when he's trying to build up a strong push. So as you guys can see, he almost took down our tower, and in the next clip you will see him drop his Royal Giant to build up a push. So I will drop my Hawk Rider with Fire Spirits on the other side. He tried to defend that with minions and he tried to lightning, but as you guys can see here, I placed my Inferno Tower so it won't be in range of the tower and the Inferno Tower to lightning. So he either has to lightning my Inferno Tower or the tower. So that is a really key placement if you face lightning, and it's really important to force them to split their elixir. So let's get right into the other clip. So the next clip, I'm going to show you units. So for example, if you're playing a Zeppe deck, it's really important to bait out a lock or anything. So I baited out the lock, as you guys can see there, with my princess, then forced them to split their elixir on my Goblin barrel, and defended his Royal Giant with my Skarmy, and also counter pushed with that. So I will deal a lot of damage to his tower and he tries to defend it, but I almost take down his tower, so that was really effective. So in the next clip, as you guys can see, I will put my mini pack and Ice Spirit, and there's a 5 elixir for 6 elixir, and he will get 3 shots on, sorry. And I think the best way to counter the Royal Giant is either with a structure, the Inferno, or as I just said, like the Skarmy. It's really important to mind play with them. Or if you have Barbarians, try to bait out a Fireball. As you guys just saw, I went with Minions and Miner and had my Barbarians ready for his Royal Giant. So the Royal Giant, as I just mentioned, it can be really dominating, but it has a lot of counters. So while playing Siege, Royal Giant is a hard counter to Siege, but it is important to wait for them to drop their Royal Giant, and then you're free to drop your Expo. And I like to pre-plan my Fire Spirits. As you guys just saw, he plays down his Barbarians, or sometimes they will play, for example, minions or whatever into your Fire Spirits. And I also like to drop my Ice Golem to tank, or if they have a Skarmy, the death damage will kill the skeletons. And while playing a tank, it is really important to wait until double elixir to drop your Golem or Lava Hound, otherwise they will just counter push you on the other side. And here, as you guys can see, I will push back with the Tombstone, the Royal Giant. That is the only structure where you can push back the Royal Giant with. So that is a 6 elixir defense for a 9 elixir. So I have my graveyard ready, and he has almost no elixir to counter my golem and my graveyard. So he drops his barbarians on my golem, and he had only skeletons for my graveyard, so that will deal a lot of damage. If you guys like this example on how to counter the Royal Giant, or if you have any other questions, my Twitter DMs are always open. My Twitter is in the description, and please let me know what you thought about this video. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.